expecting that they quite likely need to get a map win here on Vertigo.
Well, where are we going to see EG go? Starting on that T side, looking to set the tone themselves. 2 sets of util. Where do you see him going, Pilly?
I see them going very heavily towards the ramp back. As they're going to be making their way straight up scaffold, taking some control over here. A couple of sets of util. Immediately, these smokes being thrown onto the site.
So far, so good for EG. They've gotten all the way up onto the site, and Cloud9 not really posting too much of a defense. It's more of a retake setup for them, which I'm not so sure is going to work out too kindly. Bomb plant goes down quite quickly. Here come the flashes, though, from Cloud9, and we'll see what they can do. So far, Zerk gets himself a 1-for-1, but Tarek working hard inside and outside of that smoke, dancing all around the site. Looks to be quite a good one for Evil Geniuses, and they have wiped the floor with Cloud9 on the pistol.
It was a bit of a messy situation. C9 really trying to fight for that early before the bomb went down. But still, even in the post plan, it was EG that got away with that one. Cirque barely moving his crosshair to find 2 kills. He was just so poised, so ready. Tarek as well coming out of the smoke to find that on the OC. Just absolutely disgusting. Another over the top on the floppy, and that was essentially the round. So as we head into the second, EG have gone for the buy. C9, however, they're actually going to stay disciplined and not go for the force here.
Yeah, that's a bit of a counter to what we normally see in the second round. These days, it's quite often the force buy, whether you're on CT or T side. EG will be happy to see that, though. That should make their life quite easy indeed. Breezy in particular with the Mac 10 in hand, reaping the benefits of the lack of armor. Doesn't look like he's going to be required to do a whole lot, though, because EG are just slowly but surely working their way into the B bomb site. Slow and steady wins the race. And the Turtles, this time, have gotten into that B bomb site. They're planting the bomb as well.
No casualties yet. Cloud9 just looking to move in a wolf pack, make these USPs effective. Nice digs onto Breeze. That's one gun taken away.
And EG, look at that, just nice lines going to be held. It's Cirque with the quad just to mop it up. Eco frags, tasting nice, tasting like confidence as we head into round number 3.
Fly up here for Cloud9. JT really prioritizing that incendiary over a couple of extra grenades he could have gotten. And a couple sets of head armor, actually, which up against the Galil and Mac 10 should do some of these boys on Cloud9 a couple of favors.
Indeed.
Smoke deep into ramp. Right off the bat from Cloud9, just taking that control. EG looking like they want to go very quickly towards this B site, though.
Yeah, quite a heavy presence over toward B so far from EG, although I guess it is only a few rounds in, so you can't read into it too much. Util goes flying through from EG, but doesn't actually collect onto anything, those nades. Really $600 wasted.
Triple nade stack up onto that crate where people often do jump up on, and now EG starting to make their way back towards the ramp here. Couple of players here for Cloud9, but very limited utility. That's one of the only counter flashes left, but they're making good use of it.
I mean, is it even necessarily just the flashes or the aim right now for Cloud9 that's going to work? Ethan's done so as well. OC gets himself a double before falling. And Stanislaw, well, he's going to upgrade into that M4, but has to clutch the 1-on-2 out here for EG.
Throwing that util as well, hoping to bait a flanker, but C9 going to be playing this together over there in lobby, edging forward. Staying silent for the moment.
He's picked himself up another molly. Just trying to throw out some utility to bait out the flank. Now that he's cleared this out, he should be pretty sure that there's no one over there. He's picked himself up another belt of utility from all these corpses, smoke flash and a molly. He's going to make his way back up the ramp. 25
C9,
seconds on the clock.
They're making an info play over towards the elbow now. Stan staying silent. Might have actually been heard jumping up. No, looks like it's the full rotation, and C9, they've given this one up.
They thought they cleared the site, and to be fair, they kind of did. Stan's actually going to throw that smoke as well, which is going to give Cloud9 the info a little bit earlier on. I wonder what this would have changed had he planted the bomb and then thrown the smoke. Probably not a whole lot, but maybe it's the little things.
Got a molly for the post plant and a flash.
Cloud9 has 2 smokes, though, so I don't know that the molly's going to have as much effectiveness as he might have liked it to.
Hit.
Well, there's one smoke down. And actually, both of the smokes are not on the bomb, so if this actually does land on top of the bomb, it's going to be a problem for Cloud9 without a kid. I think Stanislaw might have just won this round.
Let's see, Modem. He's going to try to stick it, but unfortunately can't get to it in time. And that's the round one already. Stan, he has just thread the needle perfectly. And another nice little one tap to close it out. EG looking good as Stan wins that 1v2.
That's a giga brain from Stanislaw.
Yeah, he's just outplayed them. There's no other way to put it.
Yep.
Multiple sets of utility, scavenged all of the grenades that he used perfectly for that post plant. And he picks up that round. Very, very nicely done.
It's a great example of, not needing to necessarily have that raw mechanical ability all the time, Kids spend 50 hours a week in the DM server, but if you can do that, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Always been known as a pretty big brain player. We can have some pretty massive impact on those clutches.
Full molly strat just to filter out the angles. First one extinguished. Just a slow, thorough approach coming up from EG on the anti-eco now. But C9 aware of these positions they've gone for. The heavy rotation. And it looks like OC is going to be trying to come in on the flank. He's spotted though, so back to mid he goes as the rest of the boys continue to edge forward around elbow.
Oh, Cirque, that is not a fun thing to see rolling around the corner when you've got a grenade out in hand. So he's going to lose the AK. That'll go into Sonic's hands, although it might be chucked over to Motham, and it is. OC here is solo on the B-bomb side and can't get enough done to stop Evil Geniuses from walking their way in. That's an awkward grenade from Tarek, but it won't matter all that much. Cloud9 are losing players across the board, and this ends up being a pretty clean wipe for Evil Geniuses. 4-0 the scoreline now. EG really off to a bit of a belter.
Got to give benefit of the doubt to Cloud9. This is their map pick, and now they're going into their buy round here. They finally got their hands on that AWP, full utility across the board. See if they can have a bit better of a crack at things. A couple of closer rounds means that EG's money is not completely out of control just yet. Do have enough to be able to recover from a loss, though.
And EG, faster approach over towards the A site now.
OC with the AWP. First time in this map so far for Cloud9.
Ooh. He's actually cleared in that position. OC's going to try and dig deep, find a pick back. There's 4 players here, and they're only able to trade 1 for 3, 1 for 4 there. That's really not ideal. Cloud9 just completely getting outgunned right now.
Yeah, Evil Geniuses are just making it look a little bit too easy, kind of walking their way up to both the A and the B bomb site at the moment. Doesn't seem to matter whether or not Cloud9 has got guns or anything. And it's those kinds of opportunities, that 1-on-2 that Stanislaw won, that Cloud9 really need to actually be pulling off if they're going to challenge Evil Geniuses today, because those opportunities don't come that often, and taking advantages of your opponent's mistakes is going to be really important as the underdog, which, let's be real, Cloud9 is. And when they make mistakes, Evil Geniuses are punishing them for that. But Cloud9 so far not really punishing Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, C9 the other day on the CT side were very strong on their retakes, but EG just haven't even given them a chance to set up for one, to posture for it. You can see all the kills coming out over on the ramp, over towards the crane before they even get to site. Sonic now just looking to fight for his life, but Tarek nice and close for the trade. That's going to be extra damage done to the economy, and EG can afford to lose another rifle too. Plenty of money in the bank after that round.
Cloud9 had a massive emphasis towards ramp that last round. 4 players over there, but they only are able to get 1 kill. Just get 1 for forward, and EG just walks onto the site. It's really not ideal. Now EG, after 4 players surviving in the last round, building up a hell of a lot of economy for themselves on this T side, makes the game a little bit more difficult for Cloud9 to claw their way back into, but it starts here. So they can make something happen with these pistol half buys, then move into another gun round in the next, and try to get some rounds on the board.
It looks like it's going to be the B split as well on the anti-eco again, just finding only a single defender. That's going to be Sonic, who is hoping that the troops can rotate in time, but Modem just too far away from the rest of the boys. No trade coming through. And Tarek happy just to play here at mid. Has the support of Cirque as well, just to hold a tight line. There's the trade. Couple of Deagle kills coming through, though.
Yeah, Floppy and OC doing a pretty decent job of putting some damage out. JT retrieves a Mac-10, which is not a great surprise, or I guess not a great gift or a present, really. Is more so what I was looking for. He's not going to be too enthusiastic with that weapon. So see if he can find one more, and he does. That's a sharp shot onto Ethan. Has an M4 now. And off we go. That's a bit of a better one for Cloud9. They do take 3 guns away from EG. It's not the round, but it's a start. Bit of a fight from Cloud9 at least.
Taking a couple guns away never really hurts. Makes it a little bit easier to get back into this game for Cloud9. Do go into the double AWP now, full utils. So let's see what they're going to be able to do with it. Up-tempo start for EG might be a little bit harder to deal with on the double AWPs if you're not connecting on those first couple of shots.
And EG now trying to make their way up B ramp over at mid as well. Modem going to be isolated, tries to play the off angle, but 2 men's too many. And now that's going to be the B-split coming through. Sonic needs to hold, but he's going to be isolated with the AWP and has to look at too many angles. And again, EG just choosing the perfect strategy to get straight through the defenses.
Yeah. And it's not like it's just the A site that's being run over or the B site being run over. It's actually both and mid as well. So everywhere that Evil Geniuses tries to go, Cloud9 aren't seeming to offer that much resistance. Cirque, you know, again, it's just another sort of nail in the coffin by the looks of things there for Cloud9, where everything is going right for EG at the moment, even when it shouldn't.
Well, I think the thing is, I think OC might have changed up the diet, and he's just not hitting those shots that he certainly was the other day. JT with 2 quickies over towards the bottom of ramp, and that's going to be enough space to save Floppy, looking to keep his mitts on the AWP. But EG, they've got so much money, they're happy to go for the full hunt here. Flash through Tarek with the B-hop, Breezy around behind the box as well, and it's all a matter of time. But Floppy maybe just too far away to find, given the scenario. And that's going to be the AWP saved across. And the money, it's a mixed bag, isn't it?
I mean, they're on that full loss bonus, so they can probably just go pistols and armor no matter what in pretty much every round if they're not buying. But I'm not sure it's really going to be helping them too much.
Oh, some rather frustrated looking faces on the Cloud9 cameras there. 7-0.
As you would be.
They're just getting outskilled right now. And they're not really putting up much offense.
Need to fire up. It's their own map pick as well, Pilski. So if you go down on your own map pick like this.
Firing down, straight down the B stairs, but Breezy at the ready.
Firing down, Mac. Firing down. 5 on 3. I mean, Floppy and JT being able to save those 2 guns through gives Cloud9 a fighting chance in the round, but not when they lose 2 players early on in the piece. See what Floppy can do. He might be the hero here for Cloud9 AWP. He's watching the A bomb site, which is where Evil Geniuses are sort of headed toward. But the smokes are coming up, so he's going to need to hit some pretty nice timings here, and actually elects not to. We'll just back away for now and allow EG into the site.
I think the battle might just be down towards the flank as well. Obviously, Floppy trying to keep control, but it's going to be Breezy waiting for this flank to come through. Modem at least manages to get that trade. But now all the information is there for EG, and they've been so structured, so patient, and making sure that they don't throw any of these rounds away. You could see, even though they had that 2-man advantage, they didn't just run into the A site hoping that there'd be a thinner amount of numbers there. They all just waited, grouped up, and went in very progressively, very structured, and it's just another marvelous round coming out from EG to put an 8th on the board. They're just not making any mistake. Punishing C9 for their aggressive plays, everything going their way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this game, really. Seems like Cloud9, they kind of just haven't really shown up today.
Yep.
They need attack pause. They need to do some push-ups, do some screaming. Ooh. Really get themselves going.
Yeah, a little bit of... they could probably call Coach Mac.
Who?
Give him a bit of a jingle.
I've never heard of that guy. Wait, is he like Cassard or something, or...?
Like 100 times the man Cassard will ever be.
Yes. Say it louder, Mac.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Aggression towards middle here for Cloud9. It's that 2-man setup. EG just clearing out the extremities now.
I sort of almost feel like EG's kind of just going through the motions at the moment.
Oh, let's see if this AWP battle goes OC's way this time. Jumped across, and Cirque is just so sharp, so fast on the trigger mode. I'm going to be stuck in the corner. He just waited. Oh, and manages to somehow get out alive from that situation. What's going on there?
I think he had a bit of backup from JT as well, which sort of put Cirque off. Either way, EG now are going to actually have to work for the round, but that is a perfect flash onto JT. Luckily, Modem is going to get the frag onto Breezy anyway. Still, Ethan trades down, and we're back to a 2-on-2. Plenty of time here for EG, so they don't need to overcommit to anything. And now that they've spotted out Floppy, well, it won't matter. Modem and Floppy combined to give Cloud9 their first round on the board.
They're on the board, boys. It's not over yet. This is where the comeback begins. All right, C9 fans, are you ready?
Yeah.
Pilly, you wearing blue. You a C9 fan?
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, look, that was a
No!
very... What?
Woo!
Woo!
There we. Thanks, Pilly. Thank you.
It's nothing to get excited about yet, lads.
Oh, not a C9 fan here at all.
I hate to be the bearer of bad
That was
news.
that was a very, very close round.
Biased
I want to see
EG
them have
caster.
a much more convincing one. But it was a good start for them. They traded out favorably in mid. Things got a bit messy. Then we went into the XVX, which was down to a 2-on-2. And Cloud9 got it across the line there. But let's see them. I want to see them execute the fundamentals a little bit more. Actually dominate that ramp control.
I'm picking up what you put down, Pilsky. So far, that's not too bad from Cloud9. That's a little bit better. Not getting run over on A. One-for-one trade.
If they secure the control, but if they forfeit scaffold over there, then it's going to be a problem. Either way, EG walking up into this empty B side at the moment. Sonic's got no utility, and if he gets caught in transition, this round's over.
Sonic needs to be quite careful indeed. Breezy already creeping out into the bomb site. Perfect timing from him, and that is the site cracked open. Bomb will take a little while to rotate in, but looks like Evil Geniuses should be able to get the bomb down at the perfect time.
Yeah, retake going to be quite difficult here for Cloud9. Probably should just be saving those weapons over. Got a little bit of extra cash in the bank, but you do see Stan. He's holding down the flank over there. I have too many problems saving these, I guess, the CTs.
I thought Stan was at sandbags.
Yeah, it's a bit misleading, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought he was crouching behind the sandbags as well. That would have been pretty big brain. Need a bit more separation between those two maps.
Two maps. You know, it's a cooked map when you need two maps for it to show what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like, you know, like I like Nuke and I like Vertigo in the way that they play as far as the verticality is concerned. But it just confuses me so much watching those maps. Nuke, I'm starting to feel like I get a bit more of a hang of it now. But I look at the Vertigo maps, I'm thinking, like, where does that even go?
I'm just waiting for like when they do multi-story maps on Valorant or something like that with the 3 bomb sites.
Yeah, like Rainbow Six, right? Where they have like 3 or 4 different...
Dude, I just had like this really weird feeling in my gut then, and I hate that thought.
About
Disgusting.
what? Multiple stories with
Sites.
multiple bomb sites? Imagine like a 3-story map with 3 bomb sites.
What if they did that in Counter-Strike, Mac?
They would never do that in Counter-Strike.
No. Never, ever.
Never?
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Never?
Never, ever.
Ever?
Into round 11 we go. And EG again just looking to pump up the numbers as quick as they can. C9, money, bit all over the place. Motum actually didn't buy. So he's just got a USP.
That's
Interesting. Modem.
Has he got time to go back and buy?
He had
I
money.
think- Is he
He's
left?
trying.
Oh, he's going to get a bit of extra time here, I see. Someone's hit the pause button. Beautiful.
He's
there
got
we
the
go.
gun.
Very nice.
Scripted.
We just had to skip that. We were just skipping through the boring part.
Yeah,
You don't want to
fast
see
forward.
him run back and get the gun. Aggression over here towards the stairs. EG seems quite aware that there's a bit of control over here for Cloud9, and they're looking to contest once that utility does expire. In the meantime, walking through middle. Nice pick from Cirque yet again, winning that AWP duel.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for OC. Just watching the wrong angle. Cirque pops his head up. Easy kill indeed. EG get themselves another opening duel. And so far, they have been getting the majority of them. This time, however, JT and Sonic are able to trade back, although Stanislaw is still there. There's just continuing to be players for Evil Geniuses in the positions that they need them. Floppy gets flashed out, and so Tarek will survive for now.
Let's see if they make it back with the numbers advantage. C9, they're going to go for an aggressive adventure straight down the B stairs, looking to go for the double flank. ZG Oh, Tarek's at the ready, and he's going to be cleared, so that's nice. That's back to the 2-on-2 they go. Tarek, the man with minimal HP, unable to get extra work done, and an open plant allowing EG to try and hold a very large crossfire from lobby to sandbags. C9, they've got a smoke, they've got kits, but can they get the round?
Well, 2-on-2, and Cloud9 have only picked up one round, but the round that they did pick up was in a 2-on-2. Ethan's in such a good spot, though, that this really feels impossible for Cloud9, and that probably puts a lock on it. Floppy's going to have to do something pretty special to make this one happen, and Stanislaw just tucks himself into the cutout. Floppy doesn't have any time here. And again, it'll be a round for Evil Geniuses. 10-1.
Thought I'd point out as well, Ethan at the moment 3-0 for opening duels, doing a very good job. Cirque 3-1.
Yeah, on the topic.
Kind of looks like EG's facial expressions are pretty much the same as Cloud9's right now.
Yeah. I guess it's just one of those games. 8-4, by the way, for the opening duels so far. Favoring Evil Geniuses.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, though, when Cloud9's winning the opening duel, it's like an instant trade into like a multi for EG. That's like the entry are getting killed, and then EG's like pulling them back.
And it kind of goes back to what I was saying before. I think really at the moment, it just seems like EG's kind of going through the motions. That's kind of why they're not, you know, getting too overly excited about this or anything like that. It's not taking that much to kind of get them through this. It's just another day at the office for Evil Geniuses, really.
Well, that's what it is. It's a world-class team taking on the underdogs. And the underdogs obviously have the passion to try and get them through, but so far it's only found them one round.
Yeah.
Because EG, the structure's just too much.
Yeah, I think EG's just kind of playing a normal game, and Cloud9 just hasn't shown up today. That's just what it comes down to. So
it's early days.
And they haven't called any tack pauses. They're kind of just still trying to just roll with the same thing over and over again.
Well,
They're changing up their setups. This time it's aggression towards middle and towards the B stairs, and leaving OC over there towards ramp. But
it is early days, Mac, but it's 10-1 on their own map choice. So
oh yeah,
that excuse, it only has so many legs, right? At a certain point, they need to be getting rounds on the board, and I mean, I guess if they're not going to get it on Vertigo, it's going to be much more difficult on Nuke. So sort of feels like the opportunities here for Cloud9 are slipping away pretty quickly.
Look, I was just storylining a story which might not be told today. But still, EG, in comes the utility, forcing OC forward, and OC finally hitting a shot. 8 now. HP goes down to 0. JT, nice line, going to be played around the smoke on the edge of Crane. Floppy doubling down here, finds the timing. And that's going to be the bomb as well. EG need to retrieve it. Breezy, nice jiggle to find the head eventually. And it's going to be back to 3v3.
Yeah, has the AWP in hand now as well, and it's Evil Geniuses that are going to start to push their way toward the bomb site itself. 3-on-3 again. Smokes are starting to fade right now, so this will be where Breezy does look to strike with that AWP, throwing the bomb across to Tarek, who has to take a duel in order to retrieve it. A lot of damage going across to JT and Motham, but Evil Geniuses in a 2-on-2 once again, and well, Circle finished it off. Doesn't matter whether he's got an AWP or an AK in hand, it seems to be his day. He's up to 14-4, and EG is up to 11.
Huge performance from the big man Cirque at the moment. Just doing God's work, just making it look so damn easy, and EG, that's going to be the 10-round lead. If this is a 14-1 half, obviously the map is going to come to a quick finish as we head to the second. But for now, Cloud9 on the Deagles, you don't see it happening. Maybe in the next, there's a chance to put another 2 on. So I'd say 12-3 at best. And that's if they change up their game. Oh, okay. Stack up at sandbags. One molly will ruin the strategy for C9. Smoke in hand from Floppy. So it's going to be a bait setup as well.
Oh, just the one grenade. Actually doesn't do as much damage to Floppy and Motham as I thought it would. And you talk about the molly, but so far it hasn't been thrown by EG. They haven't broken this stack, and really just not paying attention to it at all. This is where Floppy could strike. He peeks out. Eagle shots. Oh, they're missing. Oh, sick. Oh, no. It's just gone all wrong for Cloud9, hasn't it? It really could have been a double kill. And it really could have been the round there as well, but no longer. EG are going to get it through it probably with 4. 12-1. And it's just a case where nothing's going right for Cloud9 today.
Yeah. I think that's all it really comes down to. Like, they don't look sharp individually. They don't look as coordinated as EG. It's just a bad day at the office for Cloud9. And to be fair, if you're going to have a bad day at the office against anyone in this group, even if you were playing a good game, EG's still going to beat you. So it's not the worst game in the world for this to happen to you. It would be much worse if they play like a Triumph, for example, and they lose that much because of bad individual performance.
I guess it's at least a good limit test, right? So even if you are getting your strategies right, you can see exactly what EG's doing to adapt, to counter them, and to just continually pound these rounds on the board. So at least you have a chance to learn something. But OC has something to say about that one. Orp in hand, and nose wraps come through. Tarek down as well. OC with the triple. But is it enough for the round?
Well, it's a 1-on-2, but Breezy might just make it work. He doesn't quite hang on to the spray, and Modern will get the trade for Sonic. So a second round there for Cloud9, but way too close for comfort. They need the 3. I mean, they need more than 3, but that's the best that they're going to get. So,
and like for people who are viewers don't really get it, like what you're seeing. It's just when you watch a team like EG that's just like a step above everybody else, they can make a game look effortless like this. They can punish you for your mistakes when you're playing a little bit off on the day. And it's something that you can't really quantify. It looks like Cloud9's just sort of capitulating and falling apart, but the reality of it is that EG is playing a pretty good game at the moment.
Yeah, good trade coming in from OC though, and the numbers are there for Cloud9 again, so they might well get that third round. Cirque falls, and so at the end of the half, Cloud9 do scrounge a couple together, but it is well and truly EG's day today, and we will find out if that's going to continue when we come back for the second half.
Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes, straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays.
Tough day at the office so far for Cloud9, only being able to grab 3 rounds on the CT side of their own map, Vertigo. Evil Geniuses looking like a well-oiled machine, very, very drilled and well-coordinated. They're up to 12. They'll move over to their own choice. Well, the second half, I guess, really doesn't matter whose choice it was. But EG, the odds are favoring them a little bit heavier. And Nuke is coming up. That's, I think, where we were going with that earlier discussion. But anyway, feeling good about heading into Nuke if EG do finish this one off pretty quickly. Still, Cloud9 might have other ideas.
Yeah, well, they're going to be given the A site for free. Ethan, happy just to play full retake, just poised back at lobby. He's got all that util throw as well. So C9 going for pretty early round, bit of utility usage. Should find that site. Ethan might be able to slide a shot over the top. Just going for some pot shots there, blind. It's going to be 5v5 for the retake.
More or less the same thing that EG tried to do on their T side, and it's working in pretty much the same fashion. Cloud9 already starting this off pretty nicely. EG on the retake, not having too much success, so 2-on-1, at least for the trade so far. But smoke's going to go down. This is where EG will try to make their inroads. Breezy's going to have to get on that bomb, has the defuse kit, but that's really what it's going to rely on here for EG. And it looks like Tarek's working hard, but someone's need to get on the bomb. They're actually making this happen, EG. How's that happened?
JT was just standing there in the smoke, swinging his knife, and it was making a world of noise. They knew exactly where he was. And there was nothing else that could be done by
Everyone's a bit
C9, so EG, they're just very happy with that one.
They're just a bit, like, surprised by that. So am I, because I was watching that, I was like, okay, Breezy's not on the bomb yet. Cloud9 got this, and then Tarek's just like, bang, 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 and there's 3 people dead.
Like a bit of a chaotic comm situation.
What a mess. 13-3. Well, it was a good start for Cloud9, but now they're going to have to force in. They've got no rounds left to play with.
Yeah. Need to go for that risk-reward play style, push in towards the ramp here. It's an easy cleanup for EG, really.
Oh, common angles, Sonic gets away with his life for now. Ethan on just 3 HP. Just going to be a boosting block for Tarek to put him up onto the box. And EG fully aware they've got that bomb control. You got Cert coming in late. T-Spawn Breezy on the flanks. Just going to hold that one down. Big round for EG, and this is looking like we may just see a 16-3 scenario. So not too much of the second half.
I mean, what do you do here as Cloud9? Save and play for OT?
Oh. No.
You force buy. They have pretty good force buys in terms of the executes. Did a little like strat breakdown of one of them the other day. Let's see if they can pull something like that off. Even that pistol was pretty nice. Like Cloud9 has some pretty cool in-depth tactics, but it's really not going to matter what kind of struts they're throwing out EG at the moment, because EG is just looking like they're a cut above individually. I think they're doing a similar strat to last time. They're going to do these mollies towards the back of this B site and try to split through mid.
Well, let's see if Tarek can hold it from this position at jumper. Drops the smoke, and look, it's just the protocols. EG know exactly what's coming for them. Stan tries to fight there.
Well, here we go. JT and Floppy leading the charge with those MAC-10s, but Breezy is still on the site before falling to Sonic's Deagle. Tarek comes floating across now, but he's lost a lot of his teammates. In fact, all of his teammates now, and it's onto Tarek 1-on-3. But that's some sneaky movement.
That's
not
actually
work out.
W strafe, I like it.
It actually worked exactly the same as the other day for Cloud9. A very, very nice force buy from them with the same strat they used the other day against Furia on this same map. And that worked against Furia as well.
I actually really love that movement, because if you go for the W strafe, when you land on the catwalk, you're already looking the right direction in case someone was holding close there, right behind the white crate. Still, C9. The force buy works out. They get the free upgrades on a couple of weapons, as well as a pretty solid round to boot. Now, it's a long hill ahead of him, and I still don't believe it. Let's see what EG do. It's going to be the fast aggression down ramp. Line-up modem deals with that one perfectly.
Getting rolling here now, Cloud9. Maybe a little too late, but at least if they're able to claw back some rounds on Vertigo, start to make this game competitive, they might feel a little bit better rolling into Nuke.
Oh, Cirque gets that reload off just in time. Lineup coming his direction. Trying to thread the needle. Won't work this time as now Stan is going to be last alive. 1v4. And he's already managed to work some timing coming in on the flank, but that's going to be spotted by Motum on just 11 HP.
Yeah, 1 and 4. A bit unrealistic here. And position well and truly covered off. 5-14. Exactly what you're saying, Pilski, though. Cloud9 getting a couple together here, just slowing the momentum down a little bit for EG, and I think that's important with the context of New coming up next. Thoughts of winning the map are probably not really there for Cloud9 at the moment.
I'm going to ask my favorite question, and it is, Pilly, how many rounds
Why do you do this every time?
do they need before you
start
to
believe?
16.
Yep.
Oh,
And that's the answer every time as well, isn't it?
It is the correct answer, but it is a cop-out. And now, EG going to be going for a faster approach, and nothing found. One on the JT. Sonic runs out of bullets now. Stan, he has to try to get a reload of his own. Nice little flick back to at least get a second, and it's free damage in the 22nd round. Has C9 stuck on another. Get a couple of confidence frags to boot.
I think that's important for them. I think Vertigo is kind of like a foregone conclusion at this point. But Cloud9, the series is not over for them yet. They've still got some more maps coming up for them. So if they can just try to get rolling individually, get that confidence going. You can see they're all starting to move up in terms of the fragging department. They got a strong economy now. They can still keep Vertigo quite competitive, and that's a good way to start.
OC says you know C.
T-sided map, you know? So maybe there's something here for Cloud9 that we're not anticipating. Stanislaw looks like that'll be a decent grenade, and it does connect onto Motum and Sonic. Quite a lot of significant damage actually onto those two. Slows down Cloud9 a bit. They are taking control of ramp, and Evil Genius is going to have to give that up.
Good utility just to fend off the troops for now. ZG look like...
It's got to be the
hold
flash
close
from
to
Ethan
side.
here, for sure. If this is well timed, it could turn the round around. If it's not, then I don't think EG is going to get much done. But the off-angle from Tarek might work, actually.
They're going to try and get aggressive off the back of that flash. It's going to work perfectly. Ethan helps out. Stanislaw and Tarek. Well, it's really Stanislaw that got a triple. Tarek comes in for the trade. But you do have to give a big credit to Ethan there for that flash that really sort of set it up. And Cloud9 falling apart at the seams. May be a clutch here for Floppy, though, because Tarek's low, but Breezy covers him off nicely. 15 is achieved now for EG. And that is going to be map points.
Really just came in just in time. He knew Tarek was baiting for something, but he didn't know the direction Breezy was going to be coming from. From right down behind. So OC, yes, a great shot to kick things off, but look at that. The counter utility, the counter play, EG make their move first before C9 can get set up for the A-site take. And there it was, the answer to get EG back into the game. Now on to 15. They only need the one more. Let's take map number 1 here. Floppy beats that smoke over towards mid, and is Tarek waiting for him? Flash from his teammate, sets him up nicely. Tarek caught out of position.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play an angle like that, you need to hit the headshot. Otherwise, you're going to be punished for it. And Floppy does exactly that. Cloud9 get themselves another opener here. Wouldn't necessarily say the round is over, though, for EG just yet. They won a 4 and 5 rather, last round. So chances are they can do that again. C9 headed in the direction of ramp. May well see more of a repeat of the last round than anything else. It's going to be more or less the same take.
See if EG try and fight for this one over towards the ramp. You've got Cirque just posting, waiting. Ethan throws a flash to try and bait out some aggression. C9 give away a whole lot of information now as Cirque wants to edge forward. He could be the answer to get EG back into the round. Has the timing. Motum on the off angle. Hasn't spotted the shoulder yet, so this one go. Motum needs to make a move at some point. 30 seconds. C9. Motum just waiting for this aggression, and Cirque's going to have the patience to get him over the line. Ethan as well, just baiting and waiting for long enough.
Oh, I thought that was Ethan, but it was actually Cirque that got the kill. Still, he'll be traded down by OC. Numbers here for EG are not too favorable, but Ethan's denied the bomb plant with 10 seconds left. It's not going to matter, though. Floppy, the savior, a 3K in the round. Cloud9 go up to 7, but that was way too close for comfort, and EG nearly find the 16th.
To make it extremely costly. C9, if they are to make the comeback happen, they need to make sure the finances are solid so they can buy in every single round and have every opportunity to get up this goddamn big hill. And EG back onto the pistols again. C9 got Floppy there with a nice flash over towards ramp to try and send Motum up quickly, but it's going to be the mid push coming out from EG. Catching Floppy off, but JT Sonic looking to go for the trade now. It's off to Stan. Trying to edge forward, but Motum is at the ready, coming up elbow. And there you have it, 8 on the board. Cloud9, it's 5 in a row here. Actually, it's not 5 in a row, but it's 5 in the second.
They're making it at least a bit of a struggle for EG to get over the line, you know? EG's going to have to work for this. They're not going to run over Vertigo as easily as they might have thought and what it might have looked like after halftime. It was 12-3. So this is good, at least from Cloud9. They're not bowing over without a fight. But how much more of a fight can they put up? That's the real question. How much further can they push this? EG have got themselves another buy. Tarek's very quick through that smoke, and Sonic must have been holding a grenade or something, because he could not get a shot in there at all.
Well, who expects that kind of aggression? Just drive the strafe through the smoke, and the timing works wonderfully. Motum. Breezy's at the ready, and he's going to spot the bag. That's a freebie. Not the second, though. Holding, waiting. Go back in off the back of a flash, but it's Floppy. Ambitiously posted. And EG coming out of that engagement with a man advantage still.
Three on 4. Cloud9 are going to slowly creep their way toward 8. Got a lot of map to take control of, though. First, they're going to have to work their way up ramp. So by the time they do actually get into the A bomb site, there's not going to be a whole lot of time left for them. EG's actually playing more of a retake setup on the A bomb site than anything else. So this could work out for Cloud9. They're going to need to get that bomb down pretty quick smart. Still a bit of util, though, to stop the retake to come. Here we go. Cloud9 wandering their way in. They've been heard. Evil Genius is on the rotate early. There's an incendiary to deny the bomb plant. So that'll cut the timer down a little bit more. 25 seconds now for C9 to get the bomb on the floor. And this will be where they commit to it. Good start. OC's gotten Tarek. 3 on 3. It's doable for Cloud9.
Rotating the smokes. Floppy finds another line. Ethan a victim. Cirque now trying to edge forward, trying to get up onto default there as he finds one spotted. Floppy as well denies him, and again it's up to Stan in the 1v3.
Oh, Floppy's got a 4K.
Pretty big round from the man.
Very good on this T side so far. A lot of impact for Cloud9.
We did say in the pre-show that C9, you had to look towards Floppy. You had to look towards OC to be having those big games.
I just wanted to show like what a difference a flash can make as we take a look at the skybox here. You see it's a 4-on-5 situation in this round. It's, I think, round number 21. There's only one flash on EG. The entire team only have this flash on Ethan. So he's going to chuck it out, and we'll go to JT's POV. He's receiving this push from EG, and he's just full white as soon as the flash comes in. And you're seeing from a 4-on-5 situation, it's just two guys swinging and just a complete mop-up. And that's how much a $200 investment can turn around a round. It's absolutely ridiculous when you got some pretty strong players.
And to build on that point as well, a few rounds later, you had Ethan throwing the exact same flash, keeping Cloud9 scared, just conditioning them to play in the anti-flash positions to slow it down and wait for that flash to come through.
Pistols and armor for EG is the name of the game here. Nothing really behind that, although a couple of flashes in a smoke. We've already just seen how important one piece of utility can be, and EG, they're putting the pedal to the metal. They've hit that accelerator. Bottom is waiting for them, and so is Floppy. So it's not going to be working out too kindly for Evil Geniuses this time. Tarek's gotten one, but probably not anything to get too excited about. Stanislaw with a P250 and a Dream. And that dream is crushed pretty quick by OC. Dream of a pretty quick map has been crushed as well. It's going to be double digits for Cloud9. I'm quite impressed with the comeback that they've been able to make. And EG maybe starting to feel a little bit frustrated not being able to finish things off here.
This is definitely great for Cloud9. Whether they finish this game off or not, it's fantastic for their confidence heading into Nuke. Unfortunately, you know, this can happen to any team. Even some of the better teams in the world, sometimes you just have a really slow start into a game. And, you know, it can put you at a bit of a deficit. And when you actually start getting rolling, like you're seeing Cloud9 doing here, you see the quality of team that they actually are when they're bringing their good level of form. The slower one this time. Not much contest from Cloud9, waiting for aggression towards ramp and towards middle. Now starting to send OC into middle as they forfeit those B stairs.
Got Floppy there, drops the flash, and that'll be the line found. Floppy going in to clear out the angles first.
Yeah, Floppy has been the man for Cloud9 so far today. 21 and 16, 5-0 in opening duels as well. So he's been doing a really, really good job.
Floppy lining up util, he is. All right, what's he got for us? Molly, flash. So Molly top of Scaff from the top of ladder. You like to see it. That's going to create some space rather. Forces Cirque off that line that he was actually holding. So they seem to be aware of his position there. Now C9 edge forward, 40 seconds. Prioritizing the A site here. Motum again looking to go toe-to-toe with Cirque. And it hasn't gone too well before, but let's see what C9 can do. They've got 4 smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes to get up to site. But again, Ethan, another nice lined-up flash is going to slow down the push for now.
Cirque holding the line towards scaffolding. He's going to have some pressure in his direction soon. Hits the shot well, but needs more, and JT will survive. The shot does not connect from Cirque. He's still a pain, but he's dealt with. And Cloud9, again, getting themselves into the A bomb site. EG are left reeling. Money's not really looking that good on the CT side. I mean, I've been thinking, you know, like, wow, this is an easy map win for EG. They'll get over the line eventually. But now it's kind of getting to the point where Cloud9 can actually start thinking about, well, you know what, maybe we can actually make this to overtime. You know, it's only 4 rounds from here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mac, you asked for it.
I did.
So let's have a look.
What you got for me?
Probably in towards the secret area.
That's a sick one.
Yeah, so nice little one for you to be taking a look at.
Beautiful. Throw that in your strat books, ladies and gentlemen.
Even follows him up with the flash, so just forces that player out of secret on the CT side. Creates a little bit more space for Cloud9 to come up ramp there. What a creative utility on Vertigo. What a creative utility from Cloud9. Good team in terms of the util.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just yesterday. I can't remember what I was watching. But someone was highlighting, I don't know if it was talent or if it was a pro player, that if they want to watch a team that's got cool utility, they usually watch one of the lower sort of underdog teams like a Cloud9 rather than a pro team. Or like a tier 1 team rather, not a pro team. Cloud9's obviously a pro team.
Some aggression again from Tarek, and it's something that EG have tried to do a couple of times, particularly with the pistols, is push down ramp. So far, every single time, Cloud9 have been on the ball and they've been prepared for it.
Ready at the right moments. And again, you can see the boost trying to come through. OC falls off Ethan. Looking to play the time, and he's in the smoke. He has that cover coming out from Stanislaw as well, but it's the wallbang. Ethan somehow survives here, and it's out into Stanislaw they go, but it's Ethan to find it. Motum with the 2K. Now that's going to be A-ramp at least cleaned up for the moment, but this flank's still coming through. Breezy just trying to find the timing. CZ coming in, and no one's watching it at the moment. Floppy looks back at the right time, but deals with him nicely, and that's going to be the 4v1 now. It's all off the Cirque with a Deagle and a Dream to get any extra financial damage done, but Sonic denies him before he can even get ahead.
Yeah, just put to bed by Sonic, really. All of Cloud9 kind of warming up, hitting their shots now. And the faces are looking a little bit less concerned, a little bit less frustrated on the Cloud9 camp. And so they should be. Up to 12-15. I never would have thought they'd make this close. Didn't think they would even get double digits.
That's it, T-side of Vertigo.
Yeah, 12-3 first half. EG looked so good. But but they haven't been able to get to that magic number 16. And can Cloud9 get there first? Sonic, he's gotten rid of Cirque.
It's a huge pick to get as well. Orpid down, and Breezy needs to buy some time. The smoke will do it. C9, just stay disciplined.
Yeah, they're slowing it down. Just going to take their time. They know they got a minute 30 on the clock. They can slow this down. They know that the CTs have to sort of spread themselves a little thinner. So Cloud9, they're just going to wait for the aggression. They're going to move around in pairs, try to get some trades and see what they can make happen. Retaking this ramp control now. They got a lot of utility. I'm assuming this is probably going to be an attempt on a site execute.
Letting that clock tick down. EG. Invest in a molly. Slow down the push-up ramp. Try to filter them into the scaffold area. You can see there Ethan, he's got full control of mid, ready to go on the flank down ladder at some point. Floppy, lucky to be alive after that spam.
Need to see if C9, they're going to throw a bit of an execute here. They take this ramp control, a couple of mollies. Oh, the flank from Ethan could just dismantle this before he even gets started. Wow, good reaction from OC, though.
It's just a matter of time now. Stan is in such a strong position. Flash goes in, but JT dodges. Nice one comes out, C9. Now, with a beautiful cleanup, EG looked like they might have had their number if Ethan got more than the one on the flank. It could have been the end of the match, but OC, the reaction on that kill is ridiculous. And look at the finances as well. Obviously, 2 more rounds of regulation, but C9 can continue to buy.
Are we going to overtime?
Yeah.
Oh, you've said it now.
Jinxed it.
You've jinxed it.
Have I? Who have I jinxed it for, though? That's the real thing, because
I don't know.
one of these teams could be really disappointed depending on what happens here in these next couple of rounds. Just pistols this time for EG, so C9 can get over this one. They just need to deal with one more gun round. Then it's OT. They've been doing such a fantastic job on the T side so far. 3 rounds, all that EG have managed. And Cloud9 currently at 10 for the second half. 12-3 the scoreline when we went into halftime. Massive, massive comeback so far from Cloud9.
Great patience again. C9 just waiting for an aggressive push from EG, but for now it's just Ethan here, dropping that smoke, trying to buy some extra time as you do see a push over towards middle. Now Floppy going to be isolated and he'll fall. That's a man advantage. That's a rifle retrievable. How do the rest of C9 react here?
He's got his eyes on his radar, boys. That's a classic. Bit of utility up towards the site now. The 2 smokes across the back of the site, but they're dropping players on the way in. This is going really rough for C9. JT's going to recover decently. Some aggression denied now.
Good response from Cloud9. They needed someone to step up, but Cirque comes around the back. He'll be traded down. JT has fallen. It's OC in a 1-on-2. Surely not like this for Cloud9. 25 seconds. He's got to get a move on, but we're on Vertigo, and he's stomping his way around the map. EG are going to send an extra player over to beat. He has to beat Breezy in this 1-on-1. Flash goes through. 14 seconds. Off we go for OC. He's crossed, and he's going to plant the bomb. Does he commit to it? He hasn't. Now he has to, and Breezy's going to get up on top of him. Stanislaw comes from the side, and that's going to be it. 16-30.